The most passionate relationships are often the least stable. We are often taught to chase a spark, that incredible feeling of intense chemistry and overwhelming excitement. But what if that spark you're chasing is actually an anxiety response? What if the feeling of calm, consistent connection is the true sign of a healthy, lasting partnership? If you consistently find yourself drawn to chaotic relationships, you are certainly not alone. It also does not mean that anything is fundamentally wrong with you. This tendency often points to a pattern learned early in life. It's a pattern where your nervous system began to confuse the feelings of drama and uncertainty with the feeling of love. It's about understanding that pattern so you can consciously choose a connection that feels safe and fulfilling. It's about learning to embrace calm without feeling like you're settling for something boring. To understand this better, let's explore the concept of anxious-avoidant chemistry. This describes a magnetic but unsustainable pattern that often feels like intense, consuming passion. In this dynamic, one partner typically has an anxious attachment style. They pursue connection, validation, and reassurance to soothe their internal anxiety. The other partner, usually with an avoidant attachment style, feels overwhelmed by this pursuit. They withdraw to create distance and regain a sense of autonomy. This push and pull creates a powerful cycle of dramatic highs and desperate lows. The moments of reconnection feel incredibly exciting and relieving. The periods of distance create an intense, painful longing. This emotional roller coaster is very frequently misunderstood for deep passion and profound love, but it's actually rooted in a cycle of anxiety and inconsistency. It's a powerful, almost addictive loop that keeps both partners hooked even though it's ultimately unstable and emotionally draining. One of the most important skills in building healthy relationships is learning to differentiate between signal and noise. A genuine, secure connection is the signal. It often feels calm, consistent, and wonderfully steady. It is built on a foundation of mutual trust, respect, and emotional safety. In this type of connection, both partners feel safe enough to be their authentic selves. The noise, by contrast, is the addictive chemistry of the anxious-avoidant cycle. This feels unpredictable, incredibly intense, and often completely chaotic. While the highs can be exhilarating, they are always followed by painful lows that create deep anxiety and insecurity. True passion can and absolutely does exist in stable relationships. It is a quiet confidence and a deep intimacy that grows from a foundation of safety. It is not a frantic chase fueled by the constant fear of abandonment. This brings us to a pervasive myth we need to debunk: the idea that stable, healthy love lacks passion. We are constantly shown stories of turbulent, dramatic romances in movies and books. This leads many to believe that drama is a necessary ingredient for deep, meaningful feelings. But in reality, true intimacy thrives in an environment of emotional safety. When you don't have to worry about your partner leaving or suddenly withdrawing their affection, you are finally free to be vulnerable. This vulnerability is precisely where deep connection and genuine passion are born. The passion in a secure relationship isn't about the anxiety of the chase. It's about the deep, comforting knowledge that you are accepted and cherished for exactly who you are. Think of it as a calm, warm fire in a hearth, providing consistent light and warmth. This is very different from a wildfire that burns intensely but leaves destruction in its wake. So why do so many of us find ourselves drawn to these chaotic dynamics if they are so painful? The answer often lies in our familiarity bias. Our early life experiences with caregivers create a powerful blueprint for what love feels like to our nervous system. If our childhood environment was inconsistent, unpredictable, or emotionally turbulent, our brains can become wired to associate those feelings with connection. As adults, we may then unconsciously seek out relationships that replicate these familiar, even painful, dynamics. A calm, stable, and predictable partner may feel boring or even untrustworthy at first.
This is because the feeling of safety doesn't match the emotional intensity we learn to equate with love. Recognizing this internal bias is the first critical step towards consciously choosing a different, healthier path. It is not about blaming the past or our caregivers. It is about understanding the influence of the past so we can create a new future. For instance, someone who grew up with a caregiver who was sometimes warm and other times distant might find the consistent affection of a secure partner unsettling. Their nervous system is braced for the other shoe to drop. The absence of that expected drama can feel like an unnerving void rather than a source of comfort. Overcoming this requires gently and patiently teaching your nervous system that calm is safe, and consistency is a sign of genuine care, not a trap. When you feel that familiar pull towards chaos or a rising sense of anxiety about the calm in your relationship, it can be incredibly helpful to have tools to ground yourself. Here is a simple 1-minute mindfulness practice you can use to calm your nervous system. Wherever you are, just take a moment. Start by taking a slow, deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Now look around the room and silently name 5 different things that you can see. It could be a book, a lamp, a plant, or a color on the wall. Next, shift your attention to your hearing. Listen for 4 things you can hear. This might be the hum of a refrigerator, a distant sound from outside, or even your own breathing. Then, notice 3 things you can feel with your sense of touch. It could be the texture of your clothes against your skin, the solid chair beneath you, or the temperature of the air. Finally, take back to your smell. Identify 2 different things that you can smell. And finally, notice 1 thing you can taste, even if it's just the neutral taste in your mouth. This simple exercise pulls your attention out of anxious thoughts and brings it back into the present moment. It sends a powerful signal to your body that you are safe right here, right now. Another powerful practice for self-discovery is journaling. It provides a private, non-judgmental space to explore your thoughts and feelings. When you have a quiet moment, consider this journaling prompt. What does safety in a relationship look and feel like to me, beyond the feeling of excitement? Allow yourself to write freely without censoring your thoughts. Does safety feel like a quiet evening at home together? Does it feel like knowing your partner will respond to your messages without playing games? Does it look like being able to express a different opinion without fearing that the relationship will end? Defining what safety means to you on your own terms helps you to recognize it when you experience it. It also creates a clearer internal roadmap for the kind of connection you truly want to build for yourself. The journey from craving chaotic connections to embracing stable love is a gradual process of unlearning and redefining. It requires a great deal of patience and self-compassion. The ultimate takeaway is this: true lasting intimacy thrives in safety, not in chaos. Learning to value the quiet calm of a secure connection over the intense highs of an unpredictable one is a profound act of self-care. It is a key step towards building a partnership that is not only fulfilling, but also deeply and genuinely passionate in a sustainable way. This shift in perspective allows you to find excitement not in drama, but in the shared adventure of building a meaningful life with someone you can truly count on. What is one small way you can practice valuing calm over chaos in your relationships this week?